Hey, Blue Rockers, welcome to Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. Connie Willis here on a Bigfoot Friday. Yes, it is here. It is happening. It is live. And thank you for being a part of the show tonight. We will have participation in tonight's show. We're going to have Parker Duvall here tonight, as well as Samantha Ritchie. You have seen them both or heard them both before on Coast to Coast and maybe throughout social media because they're both pretty active when it comes to Bigfoot and the Friends of the Forest. While you are here, please hit that like button, okay? Let us know that you like it. And also subscribe if you haven't already. And please share Blue Rock Talk with others because we are growing the channel. So that's what's going to help keep Bigfoot Friday and other shows that we have here on Blue Rock Talk alive. All right, see, what do we have when it comes in terms of what else is coming up? I do want to remind you that Sunday we have Stan's Bible lecture at 1 p.m. now. It's going to be live where you can take Q&A. It's part 2, and the series is called Things We Know That Just Ain't So. So Stan is the Stan Larimer of the Godfather of BitShares. Of course, Crypto Connie always shows up here. And next Thursday, as you remember last night with Travis Walton, we had so many problems with Skype. I don't know if they figured it out, but I know I have figured it out tonight because we had some other problems with it. So we should be able to figure this out for Thursday night, next Thursday night, Travis Walton on Far Out Thursday. Okay. Let's see what else. Coast to Coast going to be on Coast to Coast March 24th. And other than that, we're going to get on to the show. So let me bring in my guest here. Let's see here. Should I go ahead and do it? You know what they are, don't you? They're not just Bigfooters and forest friend researchers, whatever, name that there's plenty of names out there, but they're also Kentuckians, fellow Kentuckians. So let's bring them on here. Let's bring them both in. Introduce to you Samantha Ritchie right there and also Parker Duvall. Hey, you guys, you know the Blue Rocker sign, right? Parker, don't ever show a lady you can't do that. That's just not very, manly, I guess. There you go. So welcome to Blue Rock Talk, you guys. Absolutely. Yeah. Samantha has been on and, but also big time with the Blue Rocker Bash. That was cool. Had a lot of that happening. That was good. Yeah, that was. All right. Excellent. All right. Well, while we're talking to you right now, go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself so they can learn who you are. Yeah, I did. Yeah, you left our booties, man. You just took off from KY.
For almost 4 years. Until 2012 in July, I actually found an RV. I bought it, and I rented a spot just inside the tavern there and parked it there, and actually that allowed me to stay there more so. And so that eventually led, of course, into I actually found some property with a small cabin on it, and moved the RV down there, and that part worked out great. So since then, okay, we're getting back and forth. Okay.
Stop being editor. I'll do that.
No, I just distracted
engineer.
For a second.
Well, actually, you didn't have any sound, and then it clicked on. So.
Oh, okay. It could be the internet.
Skype.
I always blame.
It's always Skype.
Yeah,
it's always Skype.
But so basically, I've been in Greenwater for 6 years now, and but I do go back and forth, as you can well tell, coming back here to Tacoma, and my so I really got two places I go to all the time. But now the connection with Bigfoot, though, is it didn't take me long since I was out in Greenwater. That so prior to this, I was going through a spiritual awakening and everything, and was also kind of, that's where my psychic senses started kicking a little bit. But I got in contact with Barb Shoop, who was working at the general store down there, and that's where I met her. And she was the one that, down in the glass cabinet, where I actually saw the large footprints and castings. And I says, whoa, what's this all about? And they, of course, there were replica castings that were made, and so she told me a little bit about that. And up to that point in time, my only exposure to Bigfoot was about some hoaxer back in the 70s that was running around with some thing on its feet, you know. I mean, I was actually believing the mainstream stuff at the time. And also, Harry and the Hendersons was a great movie. I thought it was a great piece of fiction. But other than that, that was my only exposure to it. But then when she showed me that, I had no real reason. I'm a pretty open-minded person, so I had no real reason to disbelieve her. And then she told me about a personal story about how she actually saw one running, chasing some elk down across up in the woods there, the forest, and how it just simply disappeared. So what? And her first thought was, so what's an ape running around in the Northwest? I mean, that's the impression she got. So that's what got her started into it. And so since then, she had a lot of experiences. And then I started hearing the howls across the river and at night. And these weren't bird calls. These are pretty, if they were, they've been 900-pound owls or something like that, because they were the massive volume coming from them. And that was the first experience, was that. And I guess the thing where I had my first sighting was actually behind the tavern, where I actually saw I heard some sounds and took a flashlight and flashed it up there, and I heard monkey chatter. And it was young ones, obviously, were scaffolding across the trees. I can't think of a word for it. They were going across from tree to tree in the back of the parking area where the woods are. And they came back. There were two other people that had flashlights.
And by the way, right where you are right now is perfect. We get your entire face. Okay, keep going. Okay.
Oh, you were okay.
I was getting a little half of you once in a while.
All right, I'm going to stay right here. How's that?
There you go, perfect.
Okay, so continuing on, here's this following the sound all the way across the woods, and there's a couple of guys said. Finally, we heard it kind of centralize up in the top of the tree. It says, quickly, shine the flashlight up the tree. And right then and there, I saw a ball of black and gray bolt from one tree, and it bolted from the tree to another tree 20 feet away, 25 feet away. So obviously it wasn't a bird because it was just a bolt. So the lunging probably was like feet, where it just kind of propelled itself.
Oh.
Pushed away against the tree so it could catch it down the tree. And then they pulled the flashlight away. You couldn't see nothing. And I ended doing anything with that night. They kept pursuing it all the way down the road. So that was the first really big experience I had. And then one time I had a fire in my property. I actually started a campfire. And I started it up, and I had to go back in the RV for a second, and was only gone for about a minute or two. And then as I open the door, all I hear is this creature. I see a creature, and I see it briefly, and then I hear it running, like pattering, like running away into the woods, screaming at the top of its lungs.
Can you do that again, please?
Okay. That's pretty close.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had to hear that again.
I do sound effects too.
You do, and you do good with it. That was great.
Anyway. Okay. Well, that was pretty close from what I remember. Okay. So that was pretty bizarre. So I can't think of too many animals that go around doing that, And so, but the real magic comes in a little bit later when we went on a camping trip with Barb and her group, Barb and Gabby, her dog, and the group, and we come across an area that was later called the Field of Dreams. It's actually my research area, or on Barb's too, that we go up into all the time. And she was showing the group of campers up this one spot where there was a tree break and how unnatural it was. And while we're talking, she's also got her iPod that's recording into the brush there. And I'm standing there too with a few other people, and all of a sudden I kind of hear the snapping sound, and then all of a sudden Barb says, "Did you see that? Something big and black just jumped down and took off." And that was the start of something that's very popular on the internet called the cloaking Bigfoot. And you see it all over the place.
Do we have a picture of that?
I do not have a picture of that I sent.
Girlfriend, what's up with that?
Because it was Barb's stuff.
Oh, she would have probably been okay if you mentioned it was hers, right?
Yeah. But it was, it was more, I should have included that as a very short clip for the, if you go on YouTube, you can just put in cloaking Bigfoot and Barb, and it'll be more about it is that when you see it jumping down, especially the close-up of it, when she finally took it to the campground and actually looked closer at it, she was just aghast at the fact that it had that science fiction look to it, almost like watching the movie Predator. So if you remember watching how translucent the Predator was up in the tree, and as it jumps down, takes off, that's exactly what's seen in this film.
Oh, wow.
In this video.
Wow. Okay,
Nice.
So we'll have Barb on next. Well, Parker, how are you doing tonight? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Fright Night Man over there?
I'm set up in the living room for the connection thing, and I got these lamps, and but I have to say, man, I'm a good-looking 50-year-old man. I'm seeing myself.
You know what? It actually looks like you've got like a fire going on.
I know it does. So I'm around Father Fire.
Put your hands out like you're warming them up. There you go. So tell us a little.
Toasty here in the backwoods of Kentucky.
There you go. Yeah, tell people where you are right now and your background and what's going on with you.
Yeah, I'm from Central Kentucky, born and raised. I don't know where to start, and I really don't want to get. I know you got a time limit thing, but I didn't go out searching for Bigfoot or Dogman or any of these things. They found me. And I think that's why why you think about coincidences, there are none. I think the Creator's got us paths, and they're laid out. And, you know, mine started from losing everything. You know, my business, my mom, and my dog. And then it was during that period that my dad came, and I've known this guy 27 years. He's a Russian Tibetan, telling me about growing up at the Yeti in my store for an hour and a half. Went into great detail. You got to get someone to interview this guy. And my dad's old school, so I did. And reached out. I had no idea there was a KentuckyBigfoot.com. And I Googled Bigfoot in Kentucky, and it came up. I sent him a message. Oh, yeah, we'd love to interview your dad. Here's what's going on here. And, you know, I'll call BS. And, well, you're welcome to come out with us on the next sighting report. And I did. And that's where my path started. So my path started when, for lack of better terms, you know, my soul was stripped. Because I, you know, went through watching my mother suffer and that and losing her. And then, you know, I just built a brand new shell convenience store and gas station, and $1.5 million. And when the bank collapse of 2008 hit, you know, foreclosed on like thousands of other corporations, including GM and Chrysler, if we didn't bail them out with our money, but that's another story. But, so yeah, mine, you know, I just, you know, I had a lot of questions in my life at that time, but Bigfoot was not one of them until my father came forward with his story. So that's what set me on my quest. So that's how I got into this realm, because that's what it is. It's a realm. It's not a hobby or a way of life for me or anything. It's a realm. It's a learning experience of truth, of basic creation and creator, and how the spirit realm work. That's what it is for me. And it's been a great gift, a great blessing. I'm in awe literally every day because I have progressed so far in it with the help of Arla, my sister.
And Arla's in the chat room. She says hello.
Hi, Arla. Hi, sister. Yeah, I love her. She's we met on a cave dig here in Kentucky with Melba, and that's where we met, hugged, connected instantly, and the rest is history. She's taught me so much about truths. But Arla, hey sister, Arla's a good teacher because she will not give you answers. You see or not? You know, that's why I say this thing, this whole Bigfoot dogman thing, and I know there's people might be watching tonight thinking, I'm still descendants of gigantic Pithecus blackie. I was there at one time. No, they're not. they're you heard Samantha talk about and all the crazy things. It's true. It's real. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I like I said, I'm still in awe. I'm in a spiritual awe is what I am. And it's like the more you open your mind, the more learning comes oozing in to guide you even farther. So yeah. That's, you know, and some of the pictures I sent you for tonight, that was result from what I've learned in my walk. You know, everybody's got their own walk in this. So,
right. All right.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Well, we're going to hear some of his stories if you're just tuning in. This is Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. I'm Connie Willis, and this is Bigfoot Friday. So we have Samantha Ellen Ritchie with us tonight, as well as Parker Duvall. They both happen to be from Kentucky, even though Samantha's not there right now, or not here right now. And in fact, she's not even in Skype. Samantha, just so you'll know, we can hear you, but we don't see you. So you might want to turn that camera on. Maybe that's what's missing. Just so you'll know, we definitely hear you, but don't see you. Can you hear me? So I'll let you fool with that.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. There you are. There you are.
There you are.
Okay. It just had to flip it again. Sorry.
Yeah. That's all right. Okay. Now, if you guys cut off, because Skype is really good that way, bandwidth at this time of night, too, people are going crazy with it. So if you go off, just come back on. I'll be able to pull it back in. Yep. Okay. So tonight, Blue Rockers out there, it's kind of a experience. It's kind of an experiment because I'm going to be showing pictures that they've given me and video too. And this particular software that I'm using doesn't normally do that, so I've kind of rigged it up a little bit. So we're going to see how it works. So just when that happens, give me a little time to make that occur, and it should be okay. So let me just look in the chat room here real quick, okay? And wanted to say that John Duvall is saying hello. Hey, Parker, Uncle John, and Aunt Joanne say hi.
Hey, Uncle John, I'm going to beat you in golf this year.
Mike Crow is, Mike Crow's out there. Hey, Mike Crow, so glad to see Mike Crow and not Michael Harrison. That's an inside joke. Sorry. It's an inside joke. Mike Crow, you met Mike Crow, Parker, at the Little Green Men Festival.
Was he with?
He had the trailer. He had the RV.
Okay.
He owned the RV.
Yeah, I was trying to place him when you guys was talking about that in the thread. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Mike.
But I had, okay, let's see. Arla's out. Arla and them are talking amongst themselves. How's it going, Sam and Connie and other guests called? And that's by Not Your Normal News. So I think that's one of your buddies.
Yeah.
Samantha.
Hey, a quick comment for my uncle there listening, John. When he was in visiting about 3 years ago, when I was first getting into this thing and learning and what they really were, we took him out, and it was winter. And, of course, he was a skeptic, which everybody is when they come in, because you got to see it, believe it. You do.
Yeah.
But we're walking through, and it's winter, and the elder female in this area, when she's near us, we get the scent of honeysuckles. That's how we get it.
Ooh, nice.
Where you've heard a lot of stories about they stink and all this. So I think that's a defense thing or get it out of your thing. But their natural smells, it's like you can identify them. Well, we walk by this area, and we know she's there. I can feel her. And I said, smell the honey. And my uncle said, yeah, that's just honeysuckles. I said, but it's winter.
Oh, that's right.
And then he looked funny at me. There isn't honeysuckles growing in wintertime.
Well, you know what's strange about that is when they talk about time warps or time lapsing and interdimensional and going through time and space and time, and even when I had Lori Williams remote view it as the target of Bigfoot, the professional remote viewer and remote viewer instructor, she, who never knew anything about Bigfoot, when she went in to review remote view, she had said that they could walk into a different time and then come back out another time. So that's interesting that possibly this one, was hanging out in the summer, came into the winter, dropped in the winter smelling good, right? Saying, I'm going to show those Duvalls, I'm going to smell good, Yeah. I'll freak them out.
Hey,
I'm going to entice them.
Looking cat.
Or you may even consider the fact that if the portal is open, that the smell of springtime is blowing through the portal with the flower.
Ooh, even deeper. Ooh, let me touch you.
Yeah, there you go.
Good point, Samantha.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Like the shimmering allows the part of the atmosphere to come through, and you smell it. So
yeah,
I've experienced a portal, and I had to literally lay on the ground and ground because it was so strong. He was with us that night. Remember, Connie?
I do remember.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
You remember that energy? It's like our buddy Brian. He ran into a force field.
Yes.
And I said, oh my gosh, yes. I started getting dizzy.
Yes.
Strong.
Well, yeah. I know that, you got to be careful when you start talking about some of this stuff because people have hot spots and they don't want people to know the hot spots. So
right, almost said the county.
Yeah. So Blue Rockers out there, if you see me hesitate, sometimes I know there's things I'm not supposed to say, something I don't know. You better stop me, you all, if I'm saying something wrong, because, it's such your normal life and this is things you talk about. So speaking of portals, Parker, you still got to take me to the one portal you've been talking to, tell me about. I don't know if you want to describe that at all or say anything about it. Maybe you don't have to say the place, but dude, it's time.
I can tell you it's huge. I can tell you the government watches it, and I can tell you it's near a big tourist area. So,
and what state is it in?
Kentucky, Central Kentucky.
They're going to figure that one out.
I think you just gave it away to me personally.
I do too.
I'm not going to say.
That's all, but I ain't gonna say no more.
No, don't say any more.
But describe it a little bit. You had said it was the biggest that you have known of a portal. I mean, I don't know how much you know of them, but you said it was gigantic, and I don't know what else I can say.
I don't know a lot. I've only experienced them like 3 times, maybe. And I'm assuming that's what they was because of obviously what happened with us that night, and what one of my brothers, my close friends, told me he's seen come out of this other one, and I've been by it and I felt it, but no, I don't know a lot of.
Can you say what he said came out of there? That's what's intriguing.
But basically, if you can imagine the bar scene in Star Wars, the original one.
Oh, really? Oh, that's pretty awesome.
I love it.
Some things he said were big as elephants, coming right out of it in an open hayfield, walking right across it into the woods.
I can't wait. That's why I want to go. I gotta go. Now, do you know exactly where it is? So when we
I know
go?
exactly where it is.
All right.
I haven't been back. That's another thing. I just once you. I don't want to sound arrogant or nothing because that's not the way I am. But once you know this stuff's real and you get it, you just take a little piece of it. It's a gift. It's a blessing that I can't describe. It's like you just take a little piece. You don't get arrogant and selfish and greedy and go take it all. So I don't, I work, either,
But you know what? I like that about you, Parker. Now, however, I've been to Outback Steakhouse with you, and we got a bloomin' onion, and you didn't take a little piece. You went wild at it, like,
I ate the whole thing.
You're like, good choice, Connie. This is good find. That was so good that night, though. It was delicious.
We've had so much fun
That was
running
hilarious.
these woods. I'm home now, so let's go. I'm ready.
And
I need it.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to mention a couple things with Parker real quick. The hot spot that he has that I went to, just amazing. That's where, if you listened a couple weekends ago with Arla Williams, when we were talking with her, Arla Colette Williams. How many names does she have now? What's her last name now? Is it? Can we just say Arla? Let's just say it's Arla. She's Arla now, just Arla. Yeah. Okay, Cher, Arla, whoever else. What was that? Did you make that beeping noise?
No, that was my phone.
Oh my gosh! I thought I needed that.
The timing was impeccable.
It was perfect. That was perfect. I thought I need that. That's what I've been. I missed that from my radio. I can hit these sound effects. I got to figure out how to do that. Well, anyway, his hotspot, that's where I went with he and Arla a couple times, and also Joe and Dr. Mulder and a couple other people along the way, and it was really, really footprints were there. What are the other things? The glyphs were there. In fact, that's where, when I was telling the story about Arla, that I saw she was freaking out. And she was literally freaking out. She does that, right? She was like, she was all happy and ecstatic about it. And she had seen a glyph where I saw the Bigfoot print, the most perfect Bigfoot print I've ever seen in my life. Every bit of it, you saw every bit of it. Not a toe missing, not a side missing, no crack or crater in the way. It was beautifully perfect, as you would think it would be. And Arla's put her foot in it. And I was like, you just put your foot in it. And that's where she said, I'm looking at the glyph. I've seen a lot of footprints. It was hilarious. It was absolutely, now it's hilarious. And then I thought, what the Sam Hill?
That's the transition you make is when you start in this field, you're like, wow, footprint. But then when you get further along and you're actually communicating with them and you're picking them out of the woods and they can't hide from you kind of thing. Yeah. That's the footprint. So big deal.
Oh yeah.
The only thing,
I have to say something because
the important thing about the footprint when you get in deeper, is just that you want to know the size to know what's around you.
Yeah, we found the baby footprints. Remember, Connie?
So baby,
2 different size babies.
Right. And when we've been to Squatchman's and I've seen like the biggest I've ever seen in my life, then you're like, why are we here? Because they're that big. So I'm sorry, Samantha. Go ahead.
Oh no! I was just totally agreeing with you, Parker, on the whole call it your personal evolution in this whole thing, because you start out getting excited about some of the smaller things like the footprints, and you see them occasionally every so often. And of course, I found a pretty big one in the snow, and I hear people, they'll come back with pictures of them and say, yep, that's it. But it goes beyond that to the point when you were talking about the whole point where you were actually sensing the communication. Oh, crap. Oh, we lost him. Oh.
Nope, we're back.
Still there? Okay. I have got to that point
You're
where...
such an engineer as well. Relax, you can chill tonight. I got it. You're such an engineer. I got to keep my eyes closed so I'm not seeing all those flickering going on. I know it.
But honestly, for me, it's been the evolution of spirit. I'm going to just flat out say it. It's been an evolution of spirituality with them as well, because the communication is hard to describe exactly how it's done. But it's almost like those thoughts are it's almost like a mind meld of thoughts that you get from them all the time. And that's what's been happening with me as the past year especially, is sensing them and then sensing other, and then it goes beyond the Sasquatch, we may or may not get into it this time.
No, absolutely. This is important to say that both of these folks here right now are into not just Bigfoot, but because they walk through the woods, they've experienced many forest friends. And that's the best way to put it, because then that includes everybody.
Yeah.
Little people, dog man, and other fairies and other things I've never even heard of along the way. In fact, some of the pictures that you're going to see tonight here on Blue Rock Talk show the little people that Samantha has captured, and you're going to see some really interesting things that Parker's got too. So if you're just tuning in, this is Connie Willis, and this is Bigfoot Friday on Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis.
I got poor connection, guys.
Please, you'll come back on. There you go. You'll come back on. And if you come off,
AT&T sucks.
If you come back on, if you go away, just come back on and I'll slide you back in.
Yeah.
Those of you that are here, you are a blue rocker. A blue rocker is someone in the know, and this is how we greet each other too, by the way. Please like if you haven't hit like yet, and please subscribe if you haven't done that yet either. All right, so you guys, you are on, Parker. And you're looking good. You're looking like Night Fright. You look like the fire's going. One other thing, though, everybody here is from Kentucky, so we all want to say, and I'm not sure, I'm not sure if you agree or not, Samantha, but go Big Blue tomorrow. Go Big Blue tomorrow in the NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
All right? That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
You don't cheer on UK?
I just, I don't pay attention to the sports. I used to, but not anymore. But,
she's no longer a Kentuckian. That's all. It's gone.
Yeah. So the name, I will mention a couple
guys,
of them.
If y'all can hear my wife down.
You know what, Parker? Just hit your button again. Refresh, or hang up and call back.
This should be setting it. Okay, stay off your phone.
Oh,
I can't reset it. He's got to reset it. You all know.
Yeah, he's got to reset his now.
Okay, stay off.
So you know what? I'm going to hang up on him and let him call me back. How's that? Watch, he's going to freak out. He's going to go, "You hung up on me. Call me back, Parker."
We still see him pretty good though. So he's got all the video.
I think I hung up on both of them. Sorry about that, everybody. You know what, though? That's what happens. Everybody starts playing editor. It's like, no, shut up. Just keep going. It's cool. I'll figure it out. Okay, let's see. Let me bring them back on. Join call.
There you go.
There you go. Skype and bandwidth. That's what it is. And we're very far away. It gets very aggravating. However, it will. Now I got to get my face on. All right. But it will. There we go. Now we're all back on here. It gets aggravating, but you know what, you guys, if you go off, just go off and come back on, okay? Mm-hmm. You don't want to go, "Hey, I'm off. Yo. Hey, I'm off. Yo." Everybody does that. Parker, can you hear me? He's still off. Parker, hang on.
I can hear you, and you're starting to come. My Wi-Fi router just went off. We had to reset it real quick, so mine ought to get better quick.
Okay. Okay, you come in loud and clear now. So, by the way, Parker, can you hear me now? Parker?
Yes, you're coming in and out, but I can, yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow, go Big Blue.
Yeah, he knows.
You heard me?
Yeah.
What are you doing for the game tomorrow? Are you excited about the game? He can't hear me.
You might want to have him just turn off the video for a couple of minutes, and we can at least do the audio because that's what's eating up the bandwidth. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Just hang up, Parker. Hang up. Call back.
No, mine's doing okay.
No, you don't hang up, Samantha.
Yeah, I'm on Comcast. That's
hang up. Hang up and call back. Because we got to get back into the show. Okay, good. Yay. So, Samantha, if that happens to you, just hang up and call back. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my internet it drops out sometimes, and you just got to reconnect back in. So,
okay. Yep. All right, so let's get back into some exciting stuff. Don't want to bore everybody with the technical stuff all the time. So,
sure.
So, when it comes to portal, well, actually, I want to talk about the little people. But what I think I should do mostly right now is go ahead and get into the pictures so everybody can see the pictures and we can talk about the pictures. Okay, there you go. If you can just turn your camera down a little bit more so we can see you, that'll be good. There you go. Thank you. Can you hear us okay?
Sorry, it was...
That's all right.
Yeah, it was a router. It kicked off.
That's cool.
Sorry.
We're good. No, that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through these pictures, okay, and then let you guys talk about them and describe them as you see them, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So I am going to pull the pictures up just randomly, okay? So I think that might be a better way to do it. Then you guys just jump in with what it is that, if it's your picture, describe what it is, and then the other one can comment on it, because you guys are really good at taking pictures, and you guys are really good at seeing things that other people don't see because you've been doing it for so long, okay? So that's kind of why I wanted to get you guys together, was because you take great pictures, you have some interesting things, and where some people want to see the entire absolute, body, total of its entirety of a Bigfoot, they don't understand how they can really blend in with nature. So that's what we're going to look at, because you guys are very good at that. Okay? Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me try to figure out these pictures. Okay, there's the first picture. If that's your picture, describe it to us, and then the other one can comment. I think, Parker, that's yours. Can you see it?
I can't see it.
Oh, you're not even going to be able to see it? Really? You can't see it?
All I'm seeing is just looks like a, I don't see it on the picture. Or it might be seen on YouTube, but we're not looking at YouTube right now. So, actually, let me see if we can have a delay here on this.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to do something else. You can't see that. Darn.
All we're seeing is just the window.
I got you. You're just seeing me?
The camera's on. Yeah. No, I'm just seeing
You're
the
seeing
window.
Skype.
Blind. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're just seeing Skype. Okay.
Just seeing Skype.
Are your pictures numbered?
Mine?
Yes.
Mine aren't, but I sent them in a...
Ah, okay. Well, we can't do it. We just can't do it. Okay. How can we not do that?
Hold on.
You know what? I want you to bring up the pictures from your screen. Can you do that?
Trying to. Hold on.
Oh, that sucks for the audience.
Yeah. Oh, here, I can share my screen, okay? Before I share my screen, I'm going to pull up the messages that we were looking at.
Okay.
Because that's where I had all the, okay. Got this one. I want to try to go back to the different okay, here we go. Let me get to the point where I'm starting my pictures. Okay, here we go. All right, let's start with this one first.
We lost Parker, but I'm sure he'll call back in. So,
Okay.
So you're going to share your screen. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna just as soon as I get in, get back here. Okay.
Darn. This should be able to show that. And the picture should have showed. See, anyway, whatever. I don't want to talk technical stuff.
Okay, I just clicked on sharing desktop,
Okay.
and I don't know if you're seeing anything on my desktop or not.
Okay.
Tell me.
Yes, we got it. So go ahead and talk about it.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, now if you look in the middle of the screen, this is from the video of the shape-shifting entity. Matter of fact, I don't know if you could see my. Let me start this all over with in the beginning, because there we go. Do you see a cursor at all?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Look in this area right here, and you'll start seeing it start forming. You can see the head, and it starts looking like I don't know, like an alien or like a gray. There were the two eyes and the nose. I'll take a look at that. That's 11 foot tall, what you're seeing right there.
See, that's where I don't see that one. So show me again with the cursor.
Right in here. And it starts to get deeper. You start seeing these.
Oh, I see it now. What is that?
And it starts getting really dark up here. See? Look at all that. Like a head. See the head right there?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
See how it's forming? Look.
Dude, holy cow, it's turning into like a Bigfoot face.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't at the beginning. Okay,
Yeah.
Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis is what you're watching. I'm Connie Willis, and this is Bigfoot Friday. Tonight we have Parker Duvall on, as well as Samantha Ritchie, and we're showing their video as well as pictures. We just now figured out how to show it. She's sharing her screen right now, and she is showing you. Take a look at her cursor. This is a video clip, so that's why it's moving around. So go ahead again, Samantha.
Okay, so it's going around for the second time. It's just repeating, but it's just showing you where the nose, I wasn't steady with the camera, but these where the eyes are, and you actually can see blinking going on here, right about here. The black area starts blinking back and forth, and then this head changes into more of a solid, it turns sideways like up here, and you can tell, and it takes a more solid look right here. Look at that.
That's it right there. I see it. Oh my gosh.
See that?
How do you, wow.
A full body. And it's 11 feet tall from the ground, because I went and made a comparison with that. So we have that as a video.
Okay, before you move on from that one, go back to, if you can stop it, on that final frame of where it turns into what looks like a Bigfoot at that point.
Right there.
And circle it again. Look at that. Do you guys see that? Do you Blue Rockers see that?
See that? And that's not a part of the tree. Look how smooth that is right here, and the nose and the eyes to the side and the mouth area and the neck area. That's
Are you able to zoom in?
Not here, no.
No. Holy cow, you guys! Just take a look at that. Now I didn't see it at first, but then as she's talking about how it is coming into fruition, there it did get darker, and you can totally see that formation. That's
taking
amazing.
place.
Yeah,
you almost have to watch the video instead of just doing screenshots, because it blends in so well, but it's only when you watch the whole video and you can actually see it moving around and start changing, and it's changing color to darker to lighter, and the face is changing, the head is changing. So that's why I had to try to put this video out there, you know. So this was actually taken in August 22nd, I believe, of 2015.
That's amazing.
Okay, so it's about 3 years ago.
Okay, can you just run that before you go? Can you just let it run free one time here?
Okay.
And we watch it, so everybody knows where it is, right?
This actually is this has been not the full clip. This is part of the clip, but it's been slowed down frame by frame. But it went by so quickly. This whole thing happened within 8 seconds.
Okay.
So we'll just let this run. And I'll cursor over here. This is where it's at. So keep your eyes focused on that thing.
It's so weird that it's almost ET-ish. You know, it looks like a gray at one point.
Like right here.
Oh my gosh! It is freaking looking at me.
Yep.
Oh, holy cow! You're exactly right.
It wasn't looking at you. It was. This was actually.
It felt like
it's an interesting story. There's an interesting story with this, real quick. Was that I was taking video of. I wasn't focused on this. I was taking video talking about the story of seeing the orange portal a year earlier, which I didn't mention yet. Where I saw, and so I was going through the whole story. I did video of this and put it on YouTube, talking about the Z's, the orange Z's portal and the orb. Then a YouTube viewer, said, "Well, what about the big creature that was up in the tree?" And I had to go back and look at the video, and I was in shock when I finally found this. And he was standing right by. I mean, this is no more than about 20 feet away from me.
Wow.
As I was walking by. So I'm talking about the portal, and I have the shapeshifter watching me.
Wow. That is incredible. That really is. That's freaky. That is, where there are a lot of people that think the grays, well, I don't even know what to say about that. I just know that right at that point there, it looks like a gray.
Yeah, I can't.
It looks like a squatch.
I can't be definitive about, it being a Sasquatch or what it is. This is where I'm starting to figure that just because we put a stamp of Sasquatch on a lot of it, there's a lot of other entities that are about the same size or smaller or larger. And yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
There it is, a squatch at the end there. That's absolutely crazy. Thank you for pointing that out so I could see that. I would have never seen that. So, okay, if you can go to your next one, that would be fantastic. I don't know if you could beat that.
Well, yeah, that's wrong direction.
Hey, that was Merry Christmas from Blue
Okay,
Rock Talk.
This, I actually took some screenshots. This is way at the end. This is the same entity here, and where it kind of looks like a Bigfoot, but there's two eyes, and there's, I don't know if you see that. It's kind of hard to tell in here, but that's the same entity basically in the final part of the video. In the earlier part of the video, there you go. There's a screen enhancement of it where the nose and the two eyes.
So like the gray there,
the
yeah.
Mouth. Yep, the gray look right there.
Yeah. Wow.
That's unmistakable. See how, and the reason I used a different software that actually can enhance videos. And what I wanted to do was contrast the colors so that whatever was in the middle that was unnatural would stand out for more. So you could tell this is definitely standing out from the rest of.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's so weird when I had said, it kind of looks like a gray. You're like right here. And it went, look me in the eyes. Okay.
Some of these, problem with, I'm going to, hold on, I've got to move this over. And then I have to go back into.
Oh, that's me. I was trying to cut me off, and you still have me on. Just move me out.
No. Hold on. I had to get the thing where I could actually see the pictures better. Okay, let's start with this one. There we go. Okay, can you see this picture?
Yes. You want to move me out of the way? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay. I can still see.
All right.
Okay.
This was taken on. This was before I had my nice camera. I was using a cell phone. My little. So they're only 8 megapixels, and this was one of the first things I captured around October of 2014. After I had the portal experience, I noticed up on the ridge. I'm going to circle this area right here, and anybody can look really good. I'm going to explode this out a little bit in a second in some of the other pictures, but I saw shadows up on the ridge, but then I saw this dark shimmering, now keyword on shimmering, area right here, okay? And all I could see was it looked like a dark mirage. You know how you see in a road, it was just waving up. And so I took a cell phone picture of that. And then I went ahead in my computer to start lighting what I could see. I'm going to have to move this down so I can get to. click on the next ones. You got a little closer to it, and that's what I saw. Hold on, let me pull this back. If you look here, I'm going to show you something. This is the top of his body. He has his hand holding a branch. These are the two eyes.
Oh,
this is the nose. This is the mouth. Here's the head. Here's his, he's got like a widow's peak up out here. That's his hair. And those are fingers sticking out, waving toward me. He's waving.
Oh, I see that now. And I see the hand now that you pointed out, and I see it waving.
Yeah, it's this one's fisting. He has a fist holding onto the branch. These are fingers extended out. And he's waving at me. He's actually smiling at me. Because I acknowledge the fact. This is one of the few times where I actually took it directly in that direction because I knew somebody was there.
You felt it. You sensed it. Okay.
I felt it. I sensed it. And I waved first before I waved in that direction, and then I raised my hand up, waved. Then I took the picture.
Wow.
He's waving back at me.
Wow.
See?
That's incredible.
Let me get that pulled up real quick. Let's see.
Hey guys, can you hear me? I'm back.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, I hope you can enjoy the show with us. I think you can probably see what Samantha's showing you.
Yeah, everything's clear. I got my truck and ran down the road. AT&T is just terrible where I'm
tearing you up. Okay.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for joining us here. We're looking. She's going to show her pictures, and then we'll go to yours after that, okay?
Okay,
we'll figure out how to do it.
So there's that, get that info thing out of here. Okay. Oh, crap. What happened here? Hold on. Pull it back up again. Okay. So here's, I don't know how to get that off of there. But this is the head where you saw in the other picture right here, so you can see the fingers.
Yeah.
Here's the full body right here. That was the first picture. The second picture, you could kind of see the full body right here. Here's the dark area, the legs. The full body is here. There's the cone head. You know, the shape of his head. He's actually got his head turned sideways this direction. And then now what he's got his hand, but it's more like pointing at me from more close-up pictures I had. And he's turned his head. Actually, what's happening here is that he waves at me. He turns his head to a compadre that's right next to him, points at me, and says, "Hey, guess who can see us?" So that's what's going on there. That's what I sensed about that.
Oh, and then, okay. It looks. I see something else. I don't even see that. So show me his head again, his eyes, and his profile.
Okay. Well, you've seen this one here.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. This one is a little hard to see. Here's the nose. Here's the two eyes. It's turned sideways. It's going this direction. So the head's turned this way, in that direction, sideways.
Okay.
And then there's this kind of looks
to me that looks like a nose right there.
Where here?
Where you were just at.
Yeah, this is a nose here.
No, go down from like that horn, right there. That looks like a nose to me.
No, that's part of his hand and a finger sticking out.
Oh, okay.
I know it looks like a nose.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's like a thumb or something, fingers being pointed out in that direction. It's a little hard in perspective to see that.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just did this mainly to and keep in mind, this is the best you could do with a cell phone because the resolution is terrible.
Sure.
You know. So I went back and you see these two trees. This is the way that's bent right here. They're the same. It's the same kind of the same area, same spot. And I went back out, although it looks a little different here because it was like a couple of months later in the winter. You could see this tree in the middle here is blocked by these two bodies here.
Oh, right.
See, this is the open spot where he was right here.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what your advice would be, and I think Parker's advice as well is your all's advice is, hey, take a picture of it and then take a picture of it again, and that's how you can determine if something was there.
We do several comparisons. Matter of fact, what I do is whenever I take pictures of backgrounds, because I don't know I kind of know where they're in there, where they're at, but I try to take 3 pictures separated by about 10 seconds apiece, because I might be able to pick up some movement in that.
Okay.
You see, and then, but a lot of times I have to go back out there. Now, here's, I think I got this one. This one I did a lot of color enhancement and everything. Yeah. This is more of the full body, 2 eyes and the head, the mouth area, the hand, and then the fingers extended out. But this is his full body right here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can see that, Parker?
Can you see that, Parker?
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's almost like plain as day. It's just about as plain as day to us as you're going to see it. You know?
Yeah.
And so I did the comparisons, did all that. Okay, so, all right, so here's another one that was across the creek. Let me pull him up. This is a younger one. This is a young guy. So, you see, now there's a tree right here, and someone might say, well, that might be part of the tree, and I actually I don't want to repeat his name, but, so that's just a tree stump. But the thing is, there's things behind him. The coloration is different. You see the 2 eyes, kind of a pug nose right here.
I do now, yeah.
That. Okay, so
it's got a big furry head, is what it's got. Can you go back to that, just so everybody else can see that? Oh, you're going closer. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Well, this is the color enhancement of that. So that's the best I'm going to do right here. You know. You can see here's the tree behind there, and you can tell it's just a little bit further out, but there's a branch going out around him and behind him. So I was being observed from back there.
That's amazing. It's just like got a big wad of hair up top and then a tiny little face. Were you able to find out the size of that one?
Best I could tell, I did walk over there, I'd say about 6 foot from where I was at. So here's a comparison picture where you see, hold on, you see these branches right here? Mm-hmm. There, you see the cross. Yeah, this is the same one right here and here.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, they're almost pretty. This area right here is right about here, right in this area right here,
wow.
And just shows you that whatever was there is pushed away the brush, and now the brush is back in that area. Okay.
And that's something. Do you sense them all the time, or do you sometimes just take a picture and just see what happens?
I kind of sense, well, more so now I sense them more than anything else. So more of my psychic nature's kicked in more. Here's the one I call the relaxed squatch. So this was taken way back in the creek, and you see there's 2. I'm going to get a close-up of this one, but he's right here. There's a face right there behind that branch, and here's an arm.
I see it.
Yeah, let me get a little closer here, and I pull that down a little bit. Hold on, because I'm just pulling them right from the messenger.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
There you go. So you see, they all got this kind of widow's peak in the front of their head. They got a hairless face. So the way it works is the hairline comes up, it comes down like that, especially the younger ones, up around. Here's the 2 eyes, kind of a human-like nose. Now, when you see their faces, you'll see they'll widow peek in like this a little bit and come back out, and then up and around underneath their chin and back around and do the same thing on the other side. So there's a sort of a widow's peak on top and then on both sides of their face. Okay.
I got to make a comment before you change that. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
So let's look at this for a second. All right. First of all, with the a being, I guess, don't want to say creature. I don't know what to say, but it almost looks like where you see the arm and the chest. It almost looks like it's got almost a tuxedo kind of outfit on or something.
Well, I know it does. See, this white area right here, which there's something being held here. This is a thumb and a hand.
Right, it is holding
being
something.
Grasping something around, or something is in the hand.
Yeah, you're right.
There's something else going on here. It looks like something even smaller is being held right here because it kind of looks like eyes, nose, and a mouth right here.
I do see that. And 2 ears, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, take a look, okay, so look straight at it and then go over to the right and up. It almost has another face of a Harry and the Henderson kind of look with the hand up to its mouth. You see
Yeah.
that?
Up here?
To the right.
Here?
Yeah, the other right.
Oh.
Yeah, up there, and now go up. It's in that
Oh, up
area.
here.
Yeah. You see that? Like,
Oh.
there's two eyes,
Yeah.
and it's kind of
There's
got a mouth. Looks like a Harry and the Henderson look. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. There was more creatures there than I could figure out at the time, but it was just let me make a comment about that real quick. When there's one, there's not just one there.
Right.
What I'm discovering is there's a bunch of them there. If they're like one main Sasquatch there, if it's a younger one, there's going to be oodles of little people crawling all over him, on his head, on his shoulders, on his face. And you know why they do that? They just helps distort the image so that you can't figure out what you're looking at.
Do you think they really think that way, or do you think they're just maybe crawling all over each other, not thinking about that at all?
Dude, the Bigfoots, I think they use the Bigfoots as a way to get around the different parts of the forest and some
okay.
So, I mean, there's different things that come to mind, you know.
You know, in the ocean, the little bitty fish, you know, get up on the whales or the shark and hang out with them the whole way, right?
Yep. Yeah.
When you see the bigger fish.
There's a codependency in the forest. Let me go ahead. Let's hit this one real quick. This I enhance a little bit, but this is
Parker's cracking open a beer.
Yeah, I could hear it.
He's cracking open a beer. He's cracking open a beer. Is that what that is?
Now this I took. Actually, you pull this back. I come back and forward with it all the time. But you actually have a young one. It looks like with two eyes, nose, and mouth. I think the other picture might have been clearer that I had, where you could actually see hair around the head and everything like that. Let's see if I have. Sorry about that. Let me see if I had a closer.
What was that?
Yeah, here we go.
So it looks like buckwheat.
Buckwheat.
Yeah, kind of.
Ote.
There you go.
Right, Ote. Ote.
Well, here's two eyes.
Oh,
see hair.
I see it.
Nose, mouth area, and the fact that you have this full body thing going on here, kind of like.
Now, do you ever think that some of the things you see may really just be a play, and with the eyes and the color and things like that, or do you think they're all 100%?
At this point, 100% for me, because the fact that you train your eyes to look. I've studied hundreds of pictures. And what happens is you don't see Bigfoot everywhere. You don't see have some people they'll get a picture and they'll circle 1,000 places on it. Like everything's got a face on it. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about this little spot over here where, I think I see a face right in this little part right here. We're talking about something a lot bigger that isn't a pixelation, that you can tell when you look at it. It stands out from the rest of the forest. And the other thing, since I'm writing a new publication, whatever, which it has everything to do with color. It has everything to do with the fact that when the Sasquatch or little people are in the picture, you'll start figuring out that all of a sudden it starts taking on a purple hue in the enhancement process. Everything else will be brown and green, and all of a sudden you start hitting these weird ultravioletly looking colors when you start enhancing the dark spots. So there's some science behind all that, but this is some of the things that stand out. And in this case, it stood out completely. And it stands. So, as a matter of fact, when you pull the picture back, when you don't look at it in a large,
you can see it better.
Like right here, you can see it better. Because the resolution tightens up in the smaller pictures, so you can actually see the face a lot better. Like here, Now, let me get down here, and I did a. Okay, now here's the surprising one. This people. Right below the one that I just showed you, in the same picture, in the same photo, laying on a log that's no bigger than about 4 inches in diameter, 4 or 5 inches in diameter, where I can put my foot over it.
Pull it up, woman. I keep looking at your Facebook page.
I'm not pulling it up yet.
You're trying to. She's building anticipation. I was reading your Facebook messages.
And then all of a sudden, I look down at the picture, and I saw this.
That's the one that's amazing to me. The dude's got white hair even.
White, I mean,
Blonde,
look at
white
the
hair.
look at the detail.
Wow.
This guy is no more than about 4 or 5 inches. I would say probably about, I'm going to say about 4 or 5 inches tall.
Wow.
But look at the detail of the eyes, the mouth,
yes.
the jawline. Look, the wave in the hair even.
Yes, yes. The arm.
How
everything.
many different, how often are you going to buy perchance, you're going to see all those characteristics in a random picture like
That's
this.
a little man. That's a little man right
there.
there.
A little man. And let me see if I have some.
Show that a little long. Oh, you got closer. Okay. You guys, I want to make sure all the blue rockers out there see that. That is absolutely amazing.
This
Look
is
at that.
not as clear looking at this when I pulled it in that closer, but you can actually see, let me go back to the other one.
You see his arm. You see his arm in his hand. It's amazing.
Yeah, I like this one better.
That is just something. Now, how did you get that? Did you just happen to feel something again to take a shot? Or did you just...
No, I just happened to be taking a picture in that direction. And what happens is when I'm out there, I play the flute.
Right,
so I go out there and play the flute for about 10 minutes. And then I just kind of meditate and sense in the directions I need to take the picture. And that's how these pictures have come about. So this is a result of this. This was probably, I think I just said back in January, I believe, that I took this picture. No, it was further back, but it was in the last 6 months.
It's amazing.
That I took. And so this isn't the only. I only showed this one because, I believe the last one that I wanted to show was a comparison picture. Oh, I thought maybe I had. Did I do the comparison? No, I did not. But I do show where you have this picture right here, and then I don't want that. Let me go back.
That's amazing.
I have this one, and I went back and took a picture and show how he's not there anymore. So yeah, he disappeared, so he's not there anymore. So this isn't the only little person picture I have. I have taken numerous little people pictures. I have a couple of them that are this is probably the best one I have as for the clarity of face and everything, but I have some others that are just astounding. And one, it looks like and it's not pixelation, it looks like he's wearing square glasses like you and me are wearing, and had some hair on his body. But there are different kinds of little people, and they exist. It's just, the stuff that's what I'm doing presentations on now is all the different little people and stuff like that. And
that's cool.
So anyway, that's
cool. That's what
I got for you guys tonight. I just thought it'd be worth sharing some, and especially that morphing video. And that was just,
That's amazing. I saw a gray and then a squatch.
This is all. Look, I want to just say one more thing. It says all these pictures took place within 100 feet or less from the portal that I saw. This is all in the same area. This is the same area that Barb's Cloaker video took place. This is where the big guy that I just showed you a picture waving at me, it all takes place within the space of that portal.
That's amazing. Well, we have a question in the live chat, and that is, how tall is this? I think you said 4 to 5 inches.
Yeah. I don't know if I should stop sharing screen or not. I'm going to leave it on.
No, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Parker in, and I'm going to have him tell a story right now. But in between, while he tells a story of something that I have an idea what I want him to talk about, I want to send him the pictures he sent me so you can show them on the screen so he can talk about them. Can you do that, Samantha?
Okay. Am I sharing my desktop still? I got to turn it off or something. Stop. Okay, here.
There you go.
I just stopped sharing.
So let me get everybody on here again. Let me say what I was going to say. Okay. So Samantha, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Parker on. I'm going to have Parker tell a story. No, there you go. I'm going to have Parker tell a story while I send you his pictures, and then can you screen share them while he talks about them? Samantha?
Oh, so I'm sorry. Say that again. I thought you were talking to him.
Talking to you. Okay, I'm going to have him tell a story. And I'm going to, and the camera's only going to be on him. And I'm going to send you his pictures so you can show them in your screen share. Is that okay?
So you want to, are you going to put them in the, in my personal messenger?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Okay. Just do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that all right,
Go
Parker?
ahead.
Yeah, if you want to send them in the order I sent you, yeah.
Oh, that may not happen, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and do what you can. I'll pick them up and I'll do a screen share after you get them on the messenger, okay?
Yeah, just the one with all the profiles of the background taken out and before and after. That was it's a really cool story.
Okay, all right. I think I can do that. So if it doesn't.
I got a correction too. When I was telling the Uncle John story, it was May, not winter, but it was cold. Still had a frost.
Did Uncle John get on you?
Yeah, he texted me. He said it was May, not winter. I said, "Oh, well, it's still cold. I know we have big jackets on."
That's so funny. Okay, let's see.
Another thing, I don't go out to film them or take pictures. Most of these pictures came off video that I was out with my friend Kurt, just because he was somebody to run around with that was in this like I was, and he loves, he's a seer, and so me and him just would go out like me and you've gone out, Connie, and I was with him one day, and I know what you mean, Samantha. I can feel him now. I just know where to look. But this in particular was very interesting. I was down there and I was held his camera. I didn't know nothing about it, and flipped the screen and was looking at it, had the power on. And lo and behold, in my mind, you've heard a mind speak. I had a voice come in my head and say, "If you want to film me, turn around and walk back up the trail." And I went, at that time, you'll know what I'm talking. You just clear a channel. You just, I was already in a really good cleansing kind of mode, but I turned and started walking back up the trail, and I was listening, if that makes sense, in my heart, body, and soul. And he said, "Stop," just like that. So I stopped mid-stride. He said, "Look right." And I'm telling you, I had a full-grown Sasquatch 40 yards from me, 50 maybe at the most, an auburn red right there in broad daylight. And obviously he invited me in to film him. So I hit the record button, and I knew where Kurt's little zoom was on top of. So I was so close. It was so broad daylight. He was so out in the open. I wanted to zoom in on his eyelids. That sounds crazy, because I knew Kurt was going to put it on his channel, and I was supporting him, like, go for it, brother, if that's what you want to do. And I was going to get him an undeniable shot, if you want to call it. And it was on autofocus. And as I zoomed it into his face, there was a limb, and it blurred it. But it still got enough, obviously enough, as you'll see in the pictures. It was just, and it was one of those things where I clicked it, and I don't know, 30, 45 seconds, and then I paused it, and I was in awe. I don't care. All the researchers, all the connectors, all the knowers, all the seers in the world will tell you, at least for me, you interact, but when you have one in the wide open, that close in broad daylight, and you can see I can just imagine what Gimlin experienced when he was that close. You can see everything. And I just hit pause and I thanked him. And I didn't film no more, and I just let him walk away. And it was amazing. It was amazing. I never will forget that. But I didn't go back and take with Kurt and take other, because that's not what I do. I was just there for him, and it happened. It was supposed to happen. And I'm glad it did, because I'll never will forget that moment. I mean, it's just, if you can imagine a silverback gorilla in the zoo, as most of y'all have seen, Imagine that dude 3 times that size, but there is no fence in between.
Yeah.
There is no gate.
Exactly. Exactly
right there.
Exactly. It's funny that you say that, Parker, because at one time when I was out and we heard growls, you know, some guy had said he heard a bunch of growls. Are you spitting tobacco? You're on national freaking the globe of Blue Rock Talk, and you're.
I'm still from Kentucky. I'm still old country boy now.
I don't know what that noise is. Is that you, Samantha?
Sorry.
Oh, is that okay? I didn't know if it was my computer.
All that clicking noise.
That's
no.
you. Okay. You have all
trying
the
to go through the pictures
okay.
and everything.
You
so.
have the pictures, and I think they are in order. But somebody in our group of people, this was in an undisclosed area of Alabama. We were in this area, cleaned out, camping around the fire. A whole bunch of other people went another way because you know how people go. We're going to go searching. All right, okay. Well, when you stay at the campsite, that's usually when they come there. So, okay, go ahead, you guys. I'm going to stay warm by the campfire while they come here. Well, one of the guys had come over. I'll make it a long story short. I think I have actually a video here that's a lot longer. But the guy came over and said, hey, I'm hearing growls over here. So we all went over in that direction. And just the high point of what I want to say is we heard 2 growls, and they're right there. I don't know, 5-10 feet away, right in the clearing. And I'm going, there's no fence. There's no fence. That's what I thought, too. There is no fence. And that sound came from the deepest, darkest depths of some of the biggest chests I could imagine from that sound.
Me and you heard a growl that day, remember?
You're talking about we heard a chest moving. Remember that?
Yep, and the growl, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that might have been different. But the growl was when Joe and Carla was right over there and they didn't hear a thing. And we heard it as clear as day.
I thought that was the beating of the chest. That was the beating of the chest time.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah. I can't remember which time it was.
Because he's beating his chest. He's showing off. Yeah. He said something like that. Yeah, you and I.
Yeah, he's showing off.
I couldn't believe it. You guys, no joke. None of this is a joke, but this thing went just like you would hear in like a Tarzan movie or some sort of Doctari, right?
Yeah.
And we both looked at each other. I couldn't believe that sounds. Like, where did that come from? And when we went right down where Joe and Arlo were, they didn't hear anything. There's no way they couldn't have heard that. No, there's no way they couldn't have that. So
that's what, and Samantha probably agree. When you're with a group, some things are just meant for you or somebody else, and nobody else will hear or see them.
That's true.
It's weird like that, but that's the way it is.
It is weird that way. And here's some things, too. People don't forget this, because what you said is true. It is meant for, if there's 20 of you out there and only 2 here or whatever, it's meant, or 1 or 10, it's meant for those people. I've had some people tell me stories where they've agreed to that, but then they've been in that situation where they were one of the people that didn't hear anything that night when a couple other people did, and you clearly knew they did because they were of a different demeanor, because it freaked them out so much. And some of them would say, I don't know, I was there and I don't believe them, even though they did look very unsettled and very much like that could have happened. I was there and I didn't see it or hear it myself, so I think they might be lying. Those are the same people that do know and understand that no, only sometimes 3 people out of the 8, hear it. So it is strange that happens sometimes. I wish people they got to keep that in mind. You can't think that other person might be lying. Maybe they got it and you didn't.
Here's something to think about. Here's a great tip for people. If you're out with someone or you're going out on your own, do not deny or have any doubts, because it lowers your vibration.
Right.
If someone's going to take you out, a seer or somebody, and you're going to go with them, belief gets you halfway there, because that will not mess with you got to keep your vibration high. So if you have any doubt, it's going to bring your vibration down and it's going to limit your experience. Yeah. That's what I've learned too. Also, whatever you project in the spirit world is what you're going to get back. So you go out, you project love, respect, and then you have no doubts that you're going to see something, and it's not no blob squatch stuff. I'm being serious, because I've got friends can attest to this. If you go out and think, you know what, Parker's for real, I'm going to see something, you're going to. That's how it works.
And here's what Parker's going to do to you. He's going to take you to the deepest, darkest depths in the darkest of nights of Kentucky, where there's no
Yeah, we
light
did.
whatsoever. And he's going to go,
No.
walk with me. Come on. I've never even been on this road. Now, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I hadn't either that night we went. I had never been at that spot
like,
back in there.
I can't help being afraid.
No, and I know. Fear is hard to let go of. That's the hardest thing to let go of. And fear, if you got fear, it affects your vibration, but it does. It's hard to let go of. I know.
It's hard. But that's where, hopefully, I agree with the less people, the better. But it is nice when there's at least two, if you're with me, because then I can put one person over here and one person over here as I walk forward. I can have somebody on both sides.
I had bruise marks the next day. You was squeezing my arm so.
Well, we weren't chasing a Bigfoot. It was Dog Man, and can I say the other name?
You can say whatever you want to say.
I can. You sure?
Yeah, I don't. You pinned it, not me.
Oh, okay. It was not just Dog Man. It was Devilfoot we were looking for. Okay, it wasn't Dog Man. Bigfoot was Devilfoot, and you will see a picture tonight. So, Samantha, did you have anything to say before we show his pictures?
No, I'm ready to roll with that. So
right.
I'm going to share a screen and go into it.
Okay. So you're watching Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. If you've just tuned in, we have Bigfoot Friday tonight, and Samantha Ellen Ritchie is with us, as well as Parker Duvall. They're cheering on the Cats tomorrow afternoon. Go Big Blue for the NCAA. We won the SEC championship. So
our kittens have
our kittens.
Cats.
So, but while you're here, subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit the like button too, and let us know in the comments what you're thinking about everything. Say hello if you'd like to, and please definitely, if you have a question, put it in caps. So we're going to go to Parker. Parker and Samantha are really good at taking pictures and describing things and seeing things that some of us don't see because they're so used to doing this all the time. And Samantha, by the way, is great with computers and doing all sorts of stuff. So if you ever have a problem, Samantha can probably help you out. So let's, are you ready on your side? And let me fix on my side what we're going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to focus.
It should be screen shared with the first picture. Do you see it?
Let's see here. I might be able to get them both on here to where you can actually. You know what? We're not gonna see you chewing the chaw. We're gonna just show the picture in full length. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Just don't. Just.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm talking about Parker. He's the one with the chaw. You got chaw too?
I'm from Kentucky, man. I'm a country boy. What can I say?
I guess Samantha's doing the same over there. Okay.
And you're keeping me up late. I got stuff. I'm an old man. I go to bed at 9 o'clock.
This is early on a Bigfoot night. Okay, so can you see it?
No.
You can't see the picture?
How come you could see? How'd you see it before?
I don't know. I've seen hers, but I don't see mine. No.
Oh, okay. You know why? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. How come you saw Samantha's then? You're doing it the same way, right, Samantha?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I have the screen share going on right now. So, unless he was on his computer, are you on your phone or computer right now?
Phone. I haven't changed the thing.
Were you on your phone before?
Yeah.
In the house? Okay.
No, he was in the car. He was in the car watching.
Yeah, I just seen your stuff a while ago in the truck here.
Okay, so.
Okay, let me drop this down. Can you see it now?
Well, hold on. Okay, yeah, I got it there too. So, okay, we're all there. Give it a second and see maybe if it's, it wouldn't be a delay. He's looking right at it.
Should.
Yeah.
Connie, can you see it?
I can.
You can see it. Okay.
So, Parker, what do you see when you look at the phone right now?
I see you and Samantha and me up in the corner.
Oh, you're looking at Skype. He's looking right at Skype. Well, he should be seeing your screen share, though.
Yeah, because it came up before. Hers came up before, every one of them. Yeah.
Well, let me do something. Let me stop it and start it again and see if it doesn't respond in your phone, okay?
And you know what, Parker? You can also touch her picture.
All right, hang on. Star.
It's Bigfoot. It's Sasquatch in the house on the computer. Oh.
All right, now we'll just start sharing again. So let's see if that didn't help. Okay.
I don't see anything.
What do you see?
Just you, same thing. Nothing, you and hers, same thing.
Okay, hit her window. Yours is probably.
I did, but a while ago it came up and without hitting anything. Hers did all.
But yours might be frozen.
No, it's a yard live. No hesitation.
There's no way we could be seeing her though. Oh, you will have to share your screen with him too, maybe.
I shared it with you. It just seems single share should be with the group, because I don't have anything that says.
Yeah. Parker, you're such a hassle. Holy cow! Jeez. Always a problem.
See, all three of us are on here, and it said stop sharing. That means I'm already sharing. I'm sharing desktop down here. If you see that.
It doesn't point you to anything, right? Huh.
Well, all I do then is I lower this out, because what I'm doing basically is.
Well, you know what, Parker? Do you have those pictures in your phone?
Yeah.
I bet you.
We got the first picture pulled up, so you can talk about it. Where it actually shows the time and date stamp on the September 23rd. You know what?
I think he can pull it up on his phone.
This is incredible. This is almost the same time period when all this happened down at my place.
Hey, Parker, can you?
Yeah, I'm on my gallery now. Let me.
Pull it up on your phone. I think you might be able to hit share screen and just.
Yeah, it said add photos. So let me see what I can do here real quick. I've only got 500 of them here.
Yeah, I know that's true, but you got to make sure you show Devilfoot now, and when you get to it in your story. But
okay, here's the.
Yeah, you as the audience will see it. You in the live chat will see it, but he can't see it in order to talk about what it is. So
y'all see that?
Oh, there you go. That's I see it.
You see it? I don't see it. You got to share.
Yeah, it just went away.
Well, it's still on my screen. I don't know.
Are you?
Well, it was there for a second.
Did you hit share screen?
View together. Here we go.
Okay. You. Till I can hear it.
You guys see it?
No. Bummer. Okay, so I'm going to try to pull it up over here on my side then.
Yeah, see if you can do something with that. That might be.
Yeah.
You might be able to see that.
See.
Once you share your screen, do that.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Let me share mine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, but I think I can get it in another way here. Do you see it? Do you all see that? Parker, Samantha?
I don't see anything.
Okay.
On the Skype.
You don't see that. Okay, then yeah, I need to share my screen like you were saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just share it and minimize this and then pull it on your messenger or something.
There's so many of these windows up now. Holy moly, I can't tell you what's what. I'm moving everything around on here. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know where's what. I moved my little Bigfoot name down. Okay. Boom.
Isn't technology wonderful? Or just
it's actually amazing that we can do this in the first place, right? So,
oh, I know. Yes.
Okay,
Can't complain about them.
Share screen. Share screen.
Yeah, I see it. Oh, there we go.
You do? You see
wow.
What do you see?
Yeah. I'm seeing now I'm seeing all sorts of stuff.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh my goodness, they're seeing all sorts of stuff. Oh, I saw the picture. There you go. Got it.
Is it? So you're seeing it? Okay, you're seeing it.
I see it. Yeah.
Do you see it, Parker? Do you see it?
No, I'm still going through the gallery and adding them.
Okay. Well, look at the picture. I might have it for you already.
Okay, let me.
Oops, I keep moving that. I'm sorry, everybody.
Let me go back to you guys here.
I don't know what I'm sharing.
I don't know, but that's an, you know, the picture you got up, that's pretty incredible. I have to tell you that right now, because I can see the shades. I'm used to seeing dark shades and distinguishing. I can see the detail, the eyes, and everything in that.
Yeah,
So,
it was pretty amazing.
Parker, do you see
like
it?
I said, I didn't ask for it. I'm still loading pictures.
Okay, don't load. Don't load. Just stop for a second, see if you see it, because I don't think you're going to be able to share it. So take a look at what I got up here. I don't think you're going to be able to share it because you tried already. But yeah, if you can go back there to Skype.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
I guess we need to press this before because I don't know how to get back now. Oh,
hey there,
great.
Income Mobile. How are you? Crypto Connie and Bigfoot. That's right. Alan Drake. Why is it that people will not let these creatures alone? Oh, Alan doesn't want anybody going. These Alan are not people that are going out and disrupting anything. They're not the people like that.
No, I didn't ask for that. He's the one that invited me. I mean, it was a gift, and that's the way I look at it. I didn't go out, looking for it or asking for it or anything. I was just holding my buddy's camera, and he spoke to me. I wasn't even asking them, "Hey, is there anybody out there I can film or take a picture of?" He just said, "Hey, if you want to film me, turn around and walk back up the trail," kind of thing, And I'm like, wow. And then he gave me specific instructions where he was at. So I was like invited by him. So no, I agree. I agree, that you shouldn't push yourself on these special beings. I don't think that's respectful, and I don't, So I want to clear that up.
You guys are, you guys are both.
Most
people are like that.
We were drawn by them. We were drawn by them.
Yeah.
I mean, we were actually invited to come into their realm.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Parker, can you see it yet?
I'm still trying to get y'all back on Skype now. I don't know how to. I may have to call back, hang up and call back. When I went in my gallery and loaded all this, I don't.
Here we
go. Let me.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I figured out how to do it.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Good. So do you see it?
Yep.
Okay, great. And then I'll try to keep pulling them up for you. So what do you see in this picture? Can you describe to us?
Well, that's a very large forest friend, Sasquatch, Bigfoot profile like this.
We don't see you. We only see the picture.
Yeah, he's side profile.
Right here, right?
I'm sorry?
Right here. Do you see the...
That's the brow of the head going to, that direction is that direction. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a side profile from basically his shoulders up. And that's his right ear you're seeing. This side of the head. He was looking away from us when I found him. Like I said, he gave me instructions where he was at. Mm-hmm. And he knew this wasn't the first time we'd been there. I'd been there, and Kurt had been there times, and he knew what we was doing and why we was there, and he invited us. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. And it's like he wanted to give us that gift, and like I said, I only took a little bit of it, and I thanked him for it. Because when you're that close, it's undescribable, really. It was a great blessing, great gift.
Okay, do you all see the next one? Wait a minute.
Oh.
And with that said, that's exactly what it is. It's a gift, and you just take a little bit of it. You don't take the whole thing. And there was a reason why. There's, this is the way I walk in my life now. There's a reason why I'm on here. There's on there, and there's a reason why he gave me that picture to put on there. Oh yeah, y'all bringing him up now. Now that one that you're seeing that looks like animated, that's him, but his nose is flat because there was something, a leaf or something. That one was cleaned up. Now here's the story behind that. Kurt's got a friend he remains anonymous, but he works for Disney Pixar. Yeah, that company. Been watching Kurt on his YouTube channel. He said, look, I know what you're doing is real. I do this. I'm a expert professional at this. And I've been watching you. In that last video, I took a still off of it. Here you go. Here's a gift. You're welcome. And Kurt, I said, did he add anything? I mean, animatively, cartoony added? He said, no. He told me he just brought out and enhanced what was in the photo. So that picture is pretty amazing because he has a goatee. You can obviously see the goatee. You can see his ears. You can see his brow and where the hairline starts. And here's what I can tell you guys. A friend of a friend didn't take that picture. My friend, I filmed that picture, and I was there. So as everybody knows, a camera cannot reproduce reality, what you're seeing at the moment with your eyes. A camera and a film can never reproduce that. And I'm telling you, he had a goatee, and I'm telling you that's what he looked like. And it still blows me away when I look at it today.
And that's the one that it was talking to you. It said, hey, look at me.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing, amazing picture. I mean, wow. Now, I've been to the spot where he took this picture and where you pointed
pretty
it
close,
out.
Woody.
Yeah, and it was very close by where the Bigfoot print that I saw that was perfect that Arla stepped in.
It was 50 yards from that spot.
And
yes.
It was also where...
What was a 24-inch print?
Yeah,
it was that was probably him.
It was perfect. It was perfect. And
I think he's a... okay, yeah, I've been to that place many times. Every time I go in there, he's there. Same spot. I don't know if he's a watcher for the rest of the family or for all the friends in the area. I don't know. But that guy's there every time I go in that place. Arla, he stepped out for Arla when we was down there.
Well, one time I took you, and I guess it was Joe.
Mm-hmm. Joe was with us. Yeah.
Joe was with us, and Joe is your cousin, and he was my best friend, like in 9th grade, and we were. I pulled you all up to another area that looked really creepy and looked like something you would see in the movies. And at one point, you wanted to go back, and I said, "No, wait a minute, let's go into this area." And darn it, when we went back down, Arla was down there by herself. And when we went back down, Arla had said, "Oh yeah, I saw him, I had a conversation with him." And you were like, "Oh," and I felt so bad. I felt so bad because you wanted to go down. I probably messed it up for you to talk to him.
See, it's that.
Sorry.
Some people call it inner voice, intuition. It's not. It's them. It's them telling you, come back. And then when Arla was down there, she said he stepped out. So that's him.
That's an amazing picture. It really is. So let me see if I can pull up another one for it.
Yep. That's him.
Man, it's moving so slow. I don't know why, but I'm doing my best for you. It's like in slow motion. Tell me when you can see the next picture.
Yeah, I sent you, I think, 3 of that. I sent you
okay. So
one of the whole scenery, the whole everything, and then I sent you one of just him and then the background taken away, and then that one where the Disney guy cleaned it up, what was there, and gave us back. But, yeah. And I didn't go there expecting anything. When I go out in the woods, the woods is my church.
I use that expression on it too.
Yeah. That's where I go for truth and where I can ground. Everybody says getting back to Mother Nature. The thinking, but you're getting back to the Creator and the creation. It's what you're getting back to, and you're getting back to something that's been untouched by man. You're getting back to maybe there's no trash. Maybe there's no pavement. Maybe there's no buildings. Maybe there's no smog. Maybe there's no dirty water. So back to reality, the way I look at it. It's my church. That's where I go. And and connect
Parker,
with my God.
So Parker, do you see the picture now?
Yeah, that's him of the background taken away so you can see silhouette better. Yeah.
Yeah. That's something. That is really something. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. I don't know why it's
that's Kentucky Sasquatch.
This picture is really, really dark. I don't know why. I don't know if anything's even on it, but I guess you must know what this is, so I'm just going to bring it out anyway.
Or as Daniel Boone called them, Yahoos. That's what in the area called them.
Now, is this a Yahoo picture, or is this...
Well...
It's very, very dark. It's coming up.
That's not mine, hon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not mine. Because I don't see... I don't recognize it.
Okay. Bring this next one. I don't know why it takes so long. Anyway, here we go. Tell me if you can see the next one.
Yeah, that's I just sent that to you because it was Bigfoot Friday. Years ago when I was out running around, knocking on trees and at night and doing whoops and, the old school research and stuff. And, before I knew any of these truths, every footprint I'd find, we'd try to cast. And that's just a collection of castings. And there's a couple small ones there. And so that's, they have babies, they have families. So there's some Bigfoot casts. That one's 24 inches.
Oh, okay.
It was in Crittenden County.
I couldn't tell.
And
okay.
It's a spot I haven't taken you that we're going. That's a good spot. It's a real good spot.
Okay, now this one, I'll show it here. I think this was part of a video that I needed the MP4.
Yeah, that's a left-facing side, shoulders up. What you're seeing, I think, is his ear and the back slope of his neck. And that's the one that I told you I zoomed up on. I was so close. And that the limbs and the leaves blurred it. But his face is right behind that big white blobby leaf thing. But here's what's cool about that picture. He was an auburn red, and the sun was glistening off his hair. And you can definitely see that in that picture. You can tell that's living hair.
Is this the face right here?
I can't see your pointer, but the face is right dead. You can almost make out eyebrow, his ridges above his eyes right there in the top center of it. But if you can imagine him facing like this, and you can kind of start to see his shoulder, but the back of his neck, and then his face would be on that side, on my left, and that big white glob's right in the middle of his nose area and in his mouth. But you can almost start to make out his eyebrows and his eyes right there at the top center left of the picture. That was another, like that's the story I actually told you. I mean, both these guys said, "Hey, we're right here."
I actually see two of them there, actually.
And people have said that.
Two of them,
Sam. Well, day, but I'm not saying there wasn't, because you're right, Samantha. Well, there's one. There's usually a lot more.
Well, there was one to the right of the one that you were pointing. Or she was pointing. But yeah. I would call this one the peaker. Oh yeah, that's pretty obvious there.
Yeah. Now that one was with Kurt's camera, and same thing. It's the same thing. I'm holding it. We're just down there, me and Kurt. And this guy says, "Hey, I'm over here." And I turn it, and I see him, and I try to zoom all the way in. And I think it's a 300-to-1. I don't know what it is, but when anybody that's ever held a handheld and zoomed it in, you can't. It's going to move like this when you're only when you think you're steady, and that's where the blurriness comes from. But yeah, he was peeking. You're right, Samantha. He was a peeker. I think from the size of him and his attitude, and that's something else I got to explain. When they're connected to you, giving you these messages. It's weird, but you just kind of know things about him. And he was a young, like, teenager type. He was the kind that throws the rocks at you and plays with you kind of type. And he was peeking and jumping back and peeking. And I just zoomed it all the way in, and he came out. And same area. The Harmony. There's Dogman in there. Do you want me to send the Dogman pics now?
Well, I'm looking right now at this other picture. Can you tell us about that one?
Look it out. That might have been one I was with Kurt with that I sent you to. I can't really make it out.
Okay.
Is this Kirk? Are you referring to Kirk Stokes?
Yeah, Kurt Stokes.
Oh yeah, I know Kirk.
Yeah, well,
we have
Kurt. We become friends, and like I said, he's an hour from me. You know, I had nobody to go out running around with on this crazy hobby of mine, right? So, me and Kurt just hooked up, and I've been out with him on a lot of his videos. And look, I don't have a YouTube channel. I'm not trying to prove anything. I was just going out with him to have somebody to go with and keep company. And there was times I would hold the camera and he would. And some of his stuff is stuff that I was actually filming and whatnot. But that don't matter. It's all, you know. He wants to share it, and that's good. I think this stuff needs to be shared. Be quite honest. So, yeah, Kurt's a great guy.
He has a lot of. Yep. And a lot of dog.
Yeah, a lot of dog man. Yeah, that's most of his dog man stuff was taken in the same area that these other that I'm showing you tonight.
Now take a look at that one, and I think that might be a dog man picture.
Yep, Peaker.
Off the same, yeah.
Yep, same area, peeking.
So what he's saying right here, Blue Rockers, is right there. That's where the ears are. So you had,
see the ears?
And you saw. Did you see it move, or did you just catch it there or feel it, or that was right in that one area where you're talking about that you and I looked up.
No, that was actually
Wasn't it?
Down that trail and up the hill a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
It's hard to explain, but yeah, I was up that trail and it's like you just get a sense or feeling. I'm over here. I don't know how to explain it. And you just know to look in the general area, and you do, and right there they are.
It's got a body on it there too. It's got like, is that legs there?
I'm not sure if that's legs or another tree that's fallen. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't analyze these. You know, I don't blow them up and try to. I don't. It's just stuff that have happened. You know, and I just feel like I need to share them with people. That's all.
Right.
But no, I don't want to prove anything to anybody. I'm just, you know, I came on here tonight because you asked me to, and you're a great friend and sister, and I love you. And it's just, I just feel like if the Creator didn't want me on here and showing these things, then I wouldn't be. So that's the way I look at it.
Okay, so I'm gonna save Devil Foot for last.
Devil Foot. I love it.
It's perfect.
Devil Foot.
But I didn't name that though.
Yeah, now I didn't take the Devil Foot picture. That was, there's Roger. That's a very special, that's my brother.
Yeah, talk about this one.
You know, I know we don't have time to go out. I need 6 hours to explain it to people. But
try to be brief.
The brief part is through this experiences, I've connected to a dog man, a special connection. He has talked to me numerous times. And no, I'm not drinking. I don't do drugs. And no, I'm not. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I know it's crazy. I know it sounds crazy. I pinch myself every day, but it's true.
Only
truth is truth.
It's only
truth is truth. That's why I'm here. That is he's a spirit being. He's what people call a dog man, but he's my brother. And evidently, the way I understand it is he's been in all my past lives, and he's been with me forever, and he will be with me forever. My next life I go into, he will be with me. And he has informed me that basically I'm a mediator. I'm a connector. When there's misunderstandings, misperceptions, I don't know. I've done 3 healings through him with people, and they've confirmed it, and crazy. I don't know. I have. That's just it in a nutshell. And he's about, I've caught glimpses of him. I've yet to shake his hand, but I have a vision that I will one day, and I know I will. When he thinks I'm ready, that's when we'll take our next step. But, yeah, he's probably a 9-foot, 800-pound dog man. Is what the Europeans, legends call werewolves, and probably what the Egyptians called Anubis. That's what he.
There's the snout there, right? And the 2 ears.
Yep. Now, I was with Kurt when that day we was filming. I think
What area was this?
Same area.
Oh, same area. Okay.
Same area as the other pictures. That area, you hear people talking about, they're dangerous and they're in war with one another and all that. I've never seen that. That area I took you to is where this was taken to. It's beautiful harmony. There are groups of Bigfoot and Dogman living side by side. Kids playing with kids. It's beautiful. It's just a beautiful place. And I'm blessed to have.
We actually have. Can I say? We actually in my area that I have glimpses of several of my pictures that look like a Dogman companion with the young one.
With the other Bigfoot or other?
Well, with the clan, but there would be a Dogman companion taking care of one of the younger ones.
Oh, I could understand that. Yes, I could see that.
I can see them working together. They're kind of like coexist with each other.
Yes, they do. And, they're one and the same, and then they're not. They're both.
Mm-hmm. Like 2 different races. Yeah. 2 different races of the same,
maybe.
People. Yeah.
Maybe. But I can tell you this. Samantha, have you ever felt a strong energy, like extremely stronger than Bigfoot, and like the Bigfoot will vibrate up here, but you feel this guttural energy hit you? That's Dogman energy. It's completely, you'll know the difference immediately.
Okay.
And I think that's why people have such terrible and frightening encounters with them, is because and us humans perceive it. Perception is stronger than the truth. That's it. We perceive it as dark and evil and like the guy in here in Houston is going to eat me. But it's just knowledge is power. When you don't have it, you feel powerless, and that's where the fear comes in. And trust me.
Hang on. Okay.
When you first start experiencing.
Do you Parker, Parker, do you see the picture that we have up there right now?
Yeah, I think that's a picture of Roger only away.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's a further one. I see. Here's the head.
Yeah, Kurt, I think Kurt was panning the woods with his camera, and we didn't know he was there. Now, that is one of the few times.
Wow.
That was early on. He didn't say to me, "Hey, I'm right here." That didn't happen. We got back home, and he was going through it and found him on accident. So, I mean, that's happened a lot once. I've watched Kurt go out there, and we just feel something, and he'll film it, but we don't see it there. But we get back home and review the tape, so to speak, and there they are.
Well, if you're just now joining.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. If you're just now joining this is Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis on a Bigfoot Friday. I'm Connie. We're here with Parker Duvall and also another researcher of the Forest Friends, Samantha Ritchie. And the shot, saving the best 2 last one, at least with Parker, because the other ones with Samantha were just as good, is I'm going to let Parker talk about these, but I wanted to save the last 2 here that I knew of Parker's for you to get a shot of this. So, Parker, take it away. Can you see it?
Yeah, that was sent to me by somebody. West, and that's evidently a still off an infrared video. Old woman feeding.
What? Hold on a second. Hold on. What is that, Samantha? What the second?
Yeah.
Are you blowing your nose?
No, we have someone walking through the door and it's creaking. So
that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm not trying to make this a creepy sound effect for the.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
No, sorry.
You've got a great microphone, so that's all. Okay. Okay. So this isn't Devilfoot, is it? Is this Pancake House? Park?
Yeah, that's supposedly.
Can you tell that story to people?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you tell that story about the Pancake House to people so they'll understand what that is?
Well, I don't really, because I know there was a big lawsuit involved in that, and I really don't. That's all I can say is that's still off an infrared video of an old woman supposedly holding a bowl of pancakes feeding Central Kentucky.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, there's a big story about that. I guess there is. I don't know. There is a lawsuit with that. Is there?
Yeah,
still ongoing?
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, you want to stay out of that. I get it. He wants to stay out of that. But that supposedly is the picture of the lady that would feed it pancakes all the time.
Yeah, that's her old white hair, and that's her arm and the pan, and that's an old food right out of the pan, yeah.
Well, one of the interesting things, too, is one of the guys I know that has seen several different ones along the way, he had looked at me in the eye, and he said, listen, they're not all big and hairy and strong like you think. He said, I saw some that are skinny, scrawny, and you can actually see their skin and their muscles and their bones. They're very powerful, but you can see where they've been climbing through and dragging themselves along the ground, and the skin has rubbed off, or the hair is rubbed off. And he said, skinny, but still very strong and muscular. And so it's interesting that you said that, and here's this pictures like that, where if someone, I think, would be faking it, they would want that regular big, hairy-looking kind of thing. They would never go with a scrawny, weird, nasty-looking thing at all.
No, not a stick figure-looking thing, no.
So you believe that's real?
Where was this taken?
Central Kentucky.
Oh, Central Kentucky, yeah.
And you believe that's real?
Yeah, exactly, Connie. They're like us.
I can see why, yeah.
Some of us are big and strong and thick. Some of us are skinny. One way that we're supposed to look or not look, maybe the Viking culture or bigger and stronger than the Asian people. They're small and skinny. It's that kind of thing, I think. So, and I think they're like us. When we get old and frail, we get skinny and lose our weight. And that's what that reminds me of.
Wow. So there's kind of something to look forward to. No, I'm just kidding. You can lose a little weight along the way, right? Okay.
I've lost 7 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
You go. All right. So here now. I can't wait to hear this story on this one. But you guys, this is the freakiest picture ever. Do you want to set it up before I show the picture?
Other than back in the old days when I was running around beating trees and hollering at doing these night investigations before I knew truth and all that. You got 5 reports from a county in Central Kentucky. Weird activity, not normal Bigfoot stuff. Bigfoot's walking out in the middle of the road in daylight. Dogs chasing them, pack of dogs right behind them barking. They wasn't dogs would get close to them, but they was following it. A Bigfoot in a barn stall in the middle of daylight playing with a dip can. I mean, weird stuff that not normal. We pinned it on a map, and all these weird sightings was in a 5-mile radius. And we're like, wow. So we go and investigate and talk to all the people. Well, none of them knows, because we're like, hey, do you know so-and-so? No, never heard of him. So none of these people knew each other. So that was my first debunk, right? So, anyways, the story, I don't want to mention names. I don't want to do any of that, but this old man has got a deer trail camera. He's trying to get a picture of the big buck in the area. He's got corn pile out. And he gets I think it's in a span of 3 or 4 or 5 months. He takes 7 or 8, I think, I can't remember exact, pictures of these of him, and he had a mate with him on 2 pictures. And some of them are better than that, Connie. Some of them are so close you can see hair follicles. And it shook him bad. He told the deacon of his church, and the deacon of his church got a hold, and and we went there and look, and the old man wouldn't let the SD card out of his possession, but he did let us in his living room to view them. And that picture leaked out. His grandson had evidently took a picture off his monitor screen with his cell phone, and it leaked it out without Grandpa knowing about it. Grandpa probably. But yeah, that's a deer corn pile, and that's that dude squatted down with both hands in it. And
it's not showing right now, and
yeah,
it's weird
not.
because it's frozen. But why it froze right before Devilfoot? You tell me. You tell me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Now we can see it, but let me make sure this comes across here. Let's see.
Now, and guys, think about this. That was taken by an old school cell phone camera off a monitor. So the pixelization is terrible, but you can still make out details of his pointed ears, hence why you call it Devilfoot. And his eyes. If you see him live, I mean, I'm going to tell you something. This old man's probably got the best Sasquatch picture that I've seen, really.
It froze, and it's not showing it. I kid you not.
Let us.
Kid you not. It is frozen on that shot. I can't believe it. That's the shot we want.
I can't. Things are not meant to be seen.
You guys, it would freak you out. It would totally, absolutely. I can't believe it. I got to show this. I got to show it.
Well, you had it there a couple times. So.
Oh, here we go. We're starting to move again. Okay. All right. You're moving again. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me give it a second to, okay. So let me give it a second to kind of relax and get back so we can show that. That's, to me, is amazing. I guess Samantha hasn't seen it yet. If you're just now joining us, it's Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. It's Bigfoot Friday. Parker Duvall here under the name Connie Willis. Let me switch our name. Let me switch out. You know what? It won't matter. It'll change anyway. Samantha Ellen Ritchie is also with us. All Kentuckians here tonight joining together on Blue Rock Talk with Bigfoot Friday, talking about and showing pictures and some videos too of what our finds are. So this last one, let me see if I can bring it up this time here. I don't know why it's like freezing and going slow. It doesn't want to show it. That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
You think that one's amazing? You ought to see the rest of them, because
I haven't seen the rest of them.
Oh, I know. I mean, that guy's with his female mate, and you can see, breasts and one of them, he was sneering at the camera when he came up like this close too. You see his teeth. His teeth were real pointed and jagged. And it wasn't like ours. It's just, that was weird. Like pixie sticks, like that. And you could tell where they were rotten. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
yes.
What would you, let me ask Parker, what would you consider it to be as far as a creature? Some form of Sasquatch or some other type of being?
Yeah, I think it's some form of yeah. Okay. I do. And I don't know if the pointed ear, I don't know. I haven't seen that many of them. Mm-hmm. The ones I have seen, I have not seen pointed ears, but that doesn't mean that, he couldn't have, I don't know. He didn't, but he did on that one side, you can see, but he had a real high, brow, and his hair didn't start to way up.
I think I'm going to need one of you to hang up and call right back.
Let me do it.
Okay. I don't know who said that, but okay.
Yeah, Samantha.
She did. Okay. All right. Let's see if that makes a difference. Talk up this picture, and I can't show the picture. I don't want to do that.
I can see the corner of it up there.
You can? You can see the corner of it? You can from Skype. Darn it. Bandwidth, man, I'm telling you. You and I are still frozen.
Could be something more than bandwidth.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's totally frozen. I don't know how to get out of that. It's not letting me get out of it. So those of you that are here, here we go. Okay, we're back on. Okay. All right, you guys, thanks for sticking around. Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. Samantha just dumped off to give us some bandwidth so we can show you this picture. Parker Duvall is here. Samantha's coming back on. And we are going to, because I can hear her. She's got a heck of a mic. Okay, so I'm going to try to pull this picture up now that we were talking about. Okay, let's see. The finale picture. Oh, it's going to freeze on us. It froze on us again.
Now, I'm gonna take my video off, okay?
Okay.
That'll help.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's frozen, though. Can you go off again just for about 2 minutes?
Yeah. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back on.
Okay. Bathroom break for Samantha Ellen Ritchie. If you guys are still waiting in the chat, please wait in there. It's coming up. Don't stop. I know we're frozen, but I believe you're still hearing us. So let's give.
I'm still hearing you.
Yeah, I wish there was something I could do about when these things happen. You try everything so hard. You do your best to make it work. But, there is a way around that. You spend corporate type money, to get unbelievable bandwidth given to you, like, $300 a month maybe, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so. It's still not refreshed yet. Hang in there, everybody. Hang in there. If it hangs up, I want you to call back, and if it does on you. All right. Hey, Blue Rockers, Connie Willis here. Yes, I can tell that it was frozen and we were trying to fix it. I'm thinking you guys still heard us. So I'm just going to let it refresh a little bit, get back to life here, because we definitely want to show you that last picture. So I hope everybody's still hanging in. I can't tell with you guys either. There we go. Okay. All right. I hope you guys are still in there. Okay. So before they call back, I'm going to get that picture out. And I'm sure they're going to call. Look at all these things out of whack up here. Let's go. Let's fix all that. Make it look all pretty in here. Again, keep the show on off my head here. All right. So let me pull that picture down he was talking about. And if they call in, they're already calling in. It's like, let me get that picture out first. Oh, I got to pull it up now. Okay. All right, let me pull them in. We'll see if we can pull them in. I thought I had them. I might have hung up on them, you guys. I think I hung up on them. Okay. You got me? I'm going to bring up the pictures before they call back. They keep calling back. Hold on. Okay, I got the picture. Okay. Put the other one down. Let's see if I can do what I need to do here to find the right thing. That is crazy. It is not letting me do it. It is not letting me do it. That's crazy. Kid you not, everything else is working, everything else is fine. Everything is fine. It does not want to show this picture. You guys, this picture would scare you to death. It is Devilfoot. You'll see why if I can get this thing on. I can't believe it's not showing it. You should be getting that picture and you're not. That's crazy. You should be getting that picture. Okay, preview. It is not showing it. Let's see if we get Skype. Oh, wait a minute. Let's try this. Well, it is not wanting to show it. Yeah, that's really crazy. There's no reason why that picture should not be seen. That's, I think I'm going to try one other possible way to do this. I'm going to try to get something up my sleeve here. See if we can get it on this one. One other way might be sneaky here. Where is Devilfoot? Here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay, I'm thinking this is going to work. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Here we go. I'm cheating the system here. You should be able to see it now. Should be able to see it now. Oops. Here we go. I'm going to see if I can get, there you go. You see it? You can see it. All right. That's Devilfoot. Let's see if we can get Parker back on. Let me back here. Yeah, there you go. You guys are seeing the picture now. Okay, we got Samantha back. We got Samantha? Okay.
Yep.
Parker?
I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah. I figured out a way to do it. What about you, Parker? Are you there? He may have took off.
Yeah. Well, it looks good. It's, yeah. The pointed ears and the whole 9 yards.
It's, you can actually see like a giant forehead, right?
Mm-hmm.
The two eyes, the nose, the mouth. And he was talking about other pictures that, see if I can make this any bigger, that showed the teeth that he was talking about. And what he said is happening here, and you can see it once. In fact, you can probably see it yourself, Samantha. You're so good. But he's saying that this is on its knees, I guess. And here's his arm, and here's an arm, and it's you can see its actual fingers right here. And it's grabbing corn. It's a bunch of corn.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see. Yep.
Is that's Devilfoot.
That's the fingers down on the ground there that's kind of illuminated out a little bit.
Yeah, right there.
But I'm also seeing he's got like a young one in between his arms there, right in the middle there. This is me seeing it, you know. So I'm seeing other things, probably other people don't, but you know, but this is really awesome.
Isn't that crazy? I hope Parker comes back on, but he may not. He would definitely have the story to tell with this.
So he said that it was from a cam, I guess, different pictures where they had even closer shots of this too, where you could actually see the fingers up close. And all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, he's not calling back in. Let's see here. I just see TA.
Arla says it's not creepy. It's just different from what people see. So yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. Y'all go on. Okay. It's scary too. Come on. Yeah. But you know what? The people, I'm listening to you guys and I understand what you guys are saying, but still, I mean, the different personalities, right? That might be a big old mean one. Arla, that might be a big old mean one. Arla's like, no.
No, she doesn't think it's creepy. Somebody else thought it was kind of.
Well, it is though. If I saw that, it would freak me out, though. Come on.
It's different. I see Andrea. I say, hi, Andrea.
Hey, Andrea.
She says she actually sees the young one too. That's in between the two arms down below. So yeah, it's someone can spot that. It's pretty neat.
It's amazing when you do notice the fingers at that point too, and when you do see the arms, and the fact that the face. Okay, so say that is a typical Sasquatch. Let's say that is, or not. I mean, because they're all different, but look how much face you see and how much actual skull. Where there's not hair, and the ears point.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's very elongated type of skull from the look of it. Kind of reminds you a little bit of some of the skulls we've seen, that they've uncovered. So, the bigger brain cavity. Wow. And the ears are so much up higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
And pointy as well. And that could be because maybe no hair's on there, but maybe you wouldn't notice it otherwise.
Well, this is awesome stuff.
That's good stuff, isn't it? That's good stuff.
Yeah, I like Parker's other pictures and things, and I'm glad that he's had an experience. That's the key thing. It's just that once you've had, like in his case, actually going and being invited up to meet the Sasquatch, and then having his verification or in pictures, I know the feeling. If they wouldn't allow you to take pictures or videos if they really didn't want you to have contact with them. It's almost an invitation to that. It's something that's not evasive or anything like that. So it does something to you. It really changes.
Can you show your
who you are?
Can you show your face?
Oh yeah. Let me switch that on. Hold on. I did that because of the speed problem.
That's okay. Yeah, he's gone now, so that'll matter. So if you're just now tuning in, Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. It's a Bigfoot Friday. We've been talking tonight with Parker Duvall, who has probably left, and this is Samantha Ritchie here as well. They are showing us their pictures and their videos tonight, and it's been really phenomenal. The last picture up here is Devilfoot, and Parker is no longer with us, and he's only just kind of dropped off. But here's Samantha Ritchie. I totally appreciate you bringing this all into us and showing us everything, and sharing your finds. And I know you have many, 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 many more finds, and we'll have to do this again. And you know what? We'll just do one person at a time, just for bandwidth reasons. Until, I got something else going.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's lots to share. In my case, it's the pictures are good, but it's hard to explain. It's like when I'm doing the presentations and things like that. It's just people are really tuning into some of this stuff because it's trying to get people to be aware of the fact there's a whole lot more out there than the Sasquatch, and there's a whole lot of, I call them the cryptids. I want to just flat out say it, interdimensional type of beings that are out there that you just simply can't see. And our eyes, our senses are so narrow. I mean, you probably had guests on where you talked about stuff like that, but we only see such a narrow bandwidth of stuff that we can actually sense, and they're all around us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's true.
So anyway.
So I would like to do something in the future with you, with little people.
Oh yeah. Well, it isn't that I all of a sudden decide to just stop doing Bigfoot research. As a matter of fact, I didn't go into it because someone said, "Oh, there's Bigfoot." Maybe. It was because it was something that I had a personal experience with. And for some reason, the little people just kind of came into the picture, and they're the ones that seem to be showing themselves more frequently to me. And the Bigfoots kind of dropped off a little bit, but they're still there. But now they're kind of like introduced me to this whole new world of these little guys, like the little white-haired guy we saw earlier.
Amazing.
You know, you just imagine how blown away I feel about it when I start seeing these pictures for the first time. It's just, how much more shock therapy do I need to actually slap me one side or the other to know that this stuff is real?
You cannot deny that. That's so cool too. I mean, it's so cool. You know, the hair, the parted on the side with the little flip. And, you know, so it's got style, you know, and it's got a little fashion going on. Clothes, got an arm holding on to something. Amazing.
And just something for future reference. Just like I started a communication phase with them because I started playing the flute out there, and that seemed to be attracting them. And in addition to the Sasquatch, but I made a deal with them. Made a deal that if I played the flute, I would do a call that they would come out to listen to the flute, and then as a bargain that I would go ahead and take pictures and they can be in the background. That's what's happening. They're showing up. And I said, now you all make sure you wave and stuff like that, and I'll take a picture of the background. And I found a few of them waving.
Oh, I can't wait to see those.
You know, and this is so incredible. And the most incredible thing that happened was they understand English, they understand all that. They have a language, they understand letters and glyphs and characters. I have forming a serif font letter P up in the tree, like a marquee. And character letters are formed in the tree. I mean, I actually posted this before, and it's the perfectly font, serif font letter P.
Now, do you think what would P
I thought of
anything?
People, Pleiadian. I talked a lot about Pleiadian energy and stuff like that. It could be a reference to that. I don't know. But the mystery, the mystery continues to thicken out there as time goes by, because I'm starting to move into it. It isn't just taking pictures anymore. It's just, look what I got. I got a picture. No, it's about trying to, I want to learn now. I want to communicate, and like the little guy, I've had a psychic thing with that guy, and what comes across his name is Sal, S-A-L. Sal, the little white-haired guy.
Sal. I like Sal.
Yeah, so Sal is kind of a connection point for me. And I've been doing kind of a psychic reading or using a pendulum to ask questions about who they are and, you know, how long, in thing about linear time is different with them, and just a whole bunch of stuff that's kind of going in here now. So I'm going to have to start writing more of this down. That's why I'm doing more writing now.
I love it. Well, Samantha, thank you very much. We'll do more with you again on this, but also with little people. Let's do a whole thing on Sal.
Okay, sounds cool.
All right. I love it. Thanks so much for coming out. I appreciate it. Didn't get to say goodbye to Parker, but we can say goodbye to you. Oh. Thanks so much. Yeah. All right. Take care, right? That's right.
There we go. All right. Bye.
All right. Take care. All righty. All right. That was Samantha Ellen Ritchie there, and also Parker Duvall also took off earlier, just bandwidth reasons why. But they had some great pictures for us. And some video as well. Amazing. Thanks for sitting through and hanging in during all that, shuffle. I probably won't do 3 people again when it comes to doing that kind of thing, because bringing in all the elements, and people sitting around their home and other family members or people coming around, it gets really noisy on the mic, and so it can ruin some of the storylines, right? But it was still fun, great people, a lot of fun, and thank you guys for showing up too. You're great blue rockers, and I appreciate that you are here, of course. Please hit that like button or subscribe if you have not. I hope that you'll be a blue rocker. That's someone in the know. And let's see, what is today? This is Bigfoot Friday, so Saturday. So Sunday, 1 p.m., it's Stan's Bible Lecture, and that's going to be live, and you can ask questions. That is Stan Larimer teaching Bible class at the college level. It's part 2 is coming up this Sunday, and the series is Things We Know That Just Ain't So. Then we have next week, of course, we're going to be doing Travis Walton on Thursday. We're going to call it Far Out Thursday. I think that's it. Y'all like that name, Far Out Thursday? Let me know if you like that. Far Out Thursday, Bigfoot Friday. And something special for Wednesday, I'm not saying yet. That's coming up. So we're going to have Travis Walton on Thursday because his Skype wasn't working. I know what it is now. He was calling one of my old, Skype names. That's why I couldn't get through. I kept saying, this is my Skype name. Because we had the same problem with Parker. So Travis Walton next Thursday night, okay, at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then Coast to Coast next Saturday night, a week from tomorrow night. I'll be on Coast to Coast, March 24th. I hope that you'll join me for that too. So, alrighty. Thanks everybody for being a part of this. What a night, huh? And golly, you got to see Devilfoot. That's pretty amazing, and not a lot of people have seen Devilfoot. And it's Devilfoot. I mean, that's the name. There's no other name to have, right? So I'm going to hide that one on you and say thanks for everybody that's here. I really appreciate that. You guys take care. Have a safe and happy rest of the day. It's a late night. We will be back. Please subscribe, like, and follow me on Steemit. Please go to Steemit. Please go to DTube and DLive because I'm going to be putting more and more things there. I think you guys would also benefit from it and like it too. All right, everybody, have a good night.